Severe storms sweep through parts of the U.S., leaving at least 2 dead and more than 1 million in the dark. And a 99-year-old book publishing company begins a new chapter. The Rundown starts now. This is Straight Arrow News, bringing you unbiased, straight facts. Today is Tuesday, August 8th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kara Rucker. A deadly storm system along much of the East Coast caused Washington, D.C. government buildings to close as tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail all threatened the area. The storm stretched across 10 states. In South Carolina, a 15-year-old was killed after a tree fell on him. And in Alabama, a 28-year-old man was struck by lightning and died. More than 10,000 flights were either delayed or canceled on Monday due to the dangerous weather conditions. More than 1 million people lost power. This summer, severe storms and heat waves have become a common theme. Happening this week, a hearing will be held to decide whether to put a protective order in place in the Justice Department's 2020 election case against former President Donald Trump. The order would limit Trump's access to discovery materials and what Trump and his lawyers can publicly say when it comes to evidence in the January 6th trial. Trump argues that the prosecutor's proposed protective order is too broad and would restrict his First Amendment rights. The former president is already facing 78 criminal charges, from this case mentioned, the case of classified documents, and the alleged hush money payments out of New York. The state of Georgia is also expected to indict the former president this month as charges stack up against the Republican frontrunner in the presidential primaries. A group of hackers from North Korea breached the computer networks of a Russian missile developer last year, going undetected for at least 5 months, security researchers say. The hackers installed digital backdoors, breaking into the company's IT system, being able to read emails, and jump between networks. However, it is not clear if any data was taken during the breach. Security analysts discovered the hack after a member of the missile developer accidentally leaked the company's internal communication to an online portal while investigating the North Korea attack. News of the cyber attack comes just weeks after a visit by the Russian defense minister to North Korea for the 70th anniversary of the Korean War. A former Minneapolis police officer has been sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison for aiding and abetting manslaughter in the 2020 killing of George Floyd. At the sentencing hearing, Tu Tao defended his actions, saying he didn't do anything wrong. The judge then imposed a harsher sentence than what prosecutors requested, saying he had hoped the former officer would have shown more remorse. Today, President Biden will announce a new national monument near the Grand Canyon to protect the nearly 1 million acres of land from uranium mining. Administration officials say the move is to preserve historical resources in an area that's sacred to Native American tribes. Members of some Arizona tribes living in the area say they don't want the uranium taken from the ground because it affects everything around them, from the people to the animals to the trees. Mining companies have been against the monument proposal, citing the need for uranium as a matter of national security. This will be Biden's 5th national monument designation of his presidency. Finally, this morning, a new chapter is being written in the storied history of Simon & Schuster, and it's a real page-turner. The publisher was sold on Monday for $1.62 million to private equity firm KKR. Originally, its parent company, Paramount, had planned to sell Simon & Schuster to rival publisher Penguin Random House, but that deal was blocked over government antitrust concerns. Simon & Schuster was founded in 1924 and includes authors like Stephen King, Colleen Hoover, and Bob Woodward. KKR said the publishing house would retain its editorial independence. Those are your top stories this Tuesday morning. Thank you for choosing Straight Arrow News as your trusted source. Be sure to check out more of our work at san.com and subscribe to The Rundown as a podcast to hear from us every weekday morning. Unbiased, straight facts, that's Straight Arrow News. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Until then, I'm Kara Rucker. Have a great day.